When do I
One, two, three.
Ba,
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 da,
da,
ba,
ba,
da,
da,
ba,
ba,
ba, ba.
ba.
Hello, everybody. This is Leonardo News TV. So will be your host, Guarino Philip, and also we have our journalist that is in the field in a very dangerous zone. So now just have a contact with our host. It's
Well,
freezing.
here in -15 degrees in California, it's very cold. I don't think I can do news today. I think I got a cold.
Okay, so come back from the studio. So fortunately, our journalist is very sick because now it's California. In California, apparently, it's very cold, and he can just. I have to shut up I have to mute my microphone. Leo, if you don't watch the news, I will not pay any inbound. Did you understand? So come on and work. I don't care that you're here. Come on and work and do your. Okay, Okay, sorry for the interruption. We come back and Leonardo now decided he can do his news. Come on.
Well, today, yes, on the coronavirus news, everybody's nearly in the forest, and there's more or less nobody on the California fields, and yes, for global warming, very disgusting, and we'll show you, and the turtles will be dying just because of that, because of plastic bags, since they mistake them as food. So onto this clip of a polar bear, strangled on ice and then drowning because the ice melts very quickly because of global warming. Show the clip, studio.
Okay, just 1 second. I will show the clips now. The clips. Okay, as shown on this clip, you can see that a poor polar bear is a child, is nearly 20 million of years, and is starving, and is dying because he can't find any more food. But Leo, come back to your studio. What do you think about the plastic, and why the plastic affect the global warming?
Because if you were to throw plastic and you were to live infinity years, 1,000 years later, there would still be there in every form if nobody ever touched it. And if you would stomp on it how much you want and recycle it, it will still be there at the place you left it 1,000 years. And then if you'd leave it for another 1,000 years, it will still be, and for infinity years, but so on, and it can mistake any animal to think it's food, and yes. So please stop it and do not use plastic.
Yeah, but do you think?
That's me.
Okay, come back to the studio. Do you think that it's possible don't use at all plastic? What is your suggestion against plastic?
Well, we can use our own bags or made out of leather, and then instead of plastic straws, we could maybe use metal straws, and paper is still good, and paper cups, excellent, but those like little lid things for where it has the thing for the straw, not very ideal, and maybe turn it into, like, I don't know, something else, but just something that will not affect global warming.
Come back to the studio. Another question, Leonardo. What you do in your personal life to avoid plastic in your house? What you are doing?
Well, I just figured out global warming about 1 month ago, and now I'm buying everything not made out of plastic, either paper, metal, leather, whatever. So yes, back to the studio.
Okay, so we are at the studio now. Come back to another subject. As you are all aware, there is the pandemic coronavirus. People are stuck in the house. We can just go out for 1 hour just to take some breath and some fresh air and do some exercise. Now I want to have your opinion, Leonardo, from California. How is in California the pandemic? Did you have the same issue that we have in UK?
Well, from now on, not many people died here in the US and around America, because it's more or less in Europe and those places. But yes, and there is one very thing. You can only go out for a job for specific reasons, like news, like me, and our trusty studio, BBC News, Sky News, whatever kind of news, a shopkeeper, and
NHS.
And NHS and care workers and that, and some and the kids that have people like emergency jobs, or like care workers, and even supermarket people. They have to stay at school because they can't homeschool because their parents are working all day. Back to the studio. If they have any more questions, ask me.
No, I have all the questions. I have just one other question. How did you feel not see your grandparents, French or grandparents in Macedonia? What is your thoughts, Leonardo?
Well, my thought is that really I don't really appreciate it, but I can tell you, California, America. America's President Donald Trump had decided that everybody can at least do one trip a month with an aeroplane. So now, if you want to contact me.
Yeah, but what do you think about that you're not seeing your grandparents, grandmother, and?
I feel very sorry, and if they ever get affected by it, I can't help them. And if they're affected before 16 months, where everybody can use a coronavirus medicine.
Okay, so another question, Leo. How can you show to our fans, our people, our spectators, how to wash the hands?
Well, okay. So you rinse with water. Then you get some soap, spread it all around, first in the palms until they're white, then on both of the upper until they're white. Then you do the nails like this on both hands. Then you scratch like this. Then after you rinse the white off, you dry them firmly, and you are safe.
Okay, studio. Well, bye. See you.